Alright, so what I wanted to do was show a video kind of talking about the note selection that Randy would have used for the Diary of a Madman solo. Now, whether or not he intentionally meant to do this, can't for sure say, but knowing what I know of certain musical scales, I thought it would be cool to kind of share what I thought would have been his process in finding the notes that make this whole solo work, because there's some really cool movements in note selection. So first thing is the whole guitar's in E flat, but I'm just going to call everything what it would be if we were in standard tuning. But the first thing I did was kind of take a look at some of the scales he would have been using. So the first scale is the A natural minor, which he really only uses just a small little bit. He just takes one note. He really just uses the F note out of the natural minor to go in one of the runs. The most of the scale is out of this pentatonic minor. Then he adds like the blues note, that flat 5 that we call it. And then the most important scale is the A Hungarian minor. So that's A, B, C, D sharp, E, F, and then G sharp, A. So what's cool is when we start off with the first notes that he hits, really that just kind of appears to be like this A minor blues thing. He adds the F back in from the natural minor, but had that flat 5. Okay, but what he does next is where it gets kind of fun, and he kind of leads you from thinking it's a pentatonic thing to more the Hungarian minor. So, and then that A to G sharp. Then the Hungarian with that, because the Hungarian is more considered a sharp 4, but it's still a D sharp. So, and then again landing on that G sharp, which is kind of a cool theme, and he chooses to base a lot of these movements around a G sharp. It doesn't quite resolve to the A, so it's got this real cool unsettling thing about it. It is the leading tone into A, so. All right, and then continuing on with the Hungarian minor, he comes up here to this D sharp. But he's doing it at the next octave up here, so he does D sharp, E, F. Now, when I was, first starting out, like, the whole chromatic thing can throw you, but it's not so much, in my opinion, chromatic as it is just borrowing or using from the. So lands on that either flat 5 or sharp 4, depending on if you're thinking pentatonic. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, and then 5, flat 5, or the Hungarian minor 1, 2, 3, sharp 4. That's a couple different ways you could approach it. So, okay, and then he comes in. Now, in my opinion, what he's really spelling out here is this E major. That's the 5 of the A. But he's starting off, he's leading in on the G sharp again. Okay, then what I like about that movement is that's kind of the 5th position. He's basing around the 5th position of the A minor. Now, in A Hungarian, what you have here is this Phrygian dominant thing. Some would call that the double harmonic major. Now, the double harmonic major and the Hungarian minor they exist in the same family. They are related, but they can also kind of stand alone on themselves, which I think is really cool. But he's basing it around this E Phrygian dominant thing, or double harmonic major. And then again, landing on that G sharp, just really cool. All just playing modes of the Hungarian minor, but he's doing it. And then at the end, he just runs the whole A minor pentatonic kind of blues thing. Which I think is a little funny because the whole thing has like all these real dissonant tones with that G sharp, and then right at the end he brings it all home with just this A minor pentatonic blues pattern, and I always thought it was really cool. So anyway, that's kind of my just thoughts. I figured I would share it. If it was always a solo that I found interesting and wanted to kind of find out what he was taking from to make all those note selections. And it's really just taking a few different scales. But again, everything's all in A minor, pretty much. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and have a good day.